That's literally Empress Ningbing stirring the pot. Wang Tung looked embarrassed. Kids say the darndest things. Kids say the darndest things? Empress Ningbing was still little back then. She didn't know what she was saying. Understandable. Binding Bing couldn't quite settle her emotions. She hadn't realized she'd been the one fanning the flames back then, pushing Tiandi to go dig out the supreme bone. As for what little Ningbing said, I just shook my head. Sis, we can't do that. No matter how good something is, if it belongs to someone else, it's theirs. With the spirit eye, I'm already on an unbeatable path. No need to borrow another man's bone. The Alliance felt the weight of those words. To think that even as a child, Tiandi already had this kind of conviction. No wonder he became the ruler of the heavens. With the spirit eye, I'm already on an unbeatable path. No need to borrow another man's bone. That line hits different. You can really feel the backbone in Tiandi. That kind of belief and resolve, that's not something just anyone has. To be tempted by the supreme bone, with the perfect opportunity right in front of you, and still hold back. Even the people in this room couldn't say they'd do the same, and Binding Bing took note of that line. Guongo was right. What belongs to someone else is theirs. I'll remember that. But the moment she thought about Tiandi later taking her spirit eye, her expression went cold again. After all that work, I finally got the bleeding under control, and patched up the wounds as best I could. Under my care, the boy finally came to. He looked at me and said, "You're the one who saved me?" Yeah, that's about all we exchanged. Then I roasted one of the wolves, and tossed him a leg. He didn't hold back, and started going to town on it. He needed to get his strength back fast. Once he was full, the boy said, "I'm Ye Xiao Yao. I don't owe anybody. Name your price." I thought about it and asked, "Are you a cultivator?" When the wolves had him surrounded earlier, I could tell he had some level of power. Looked just like what the books described as a cultivator. He nodded. "Can you teach me to cultivate? I want to protect my sister." The boy shook his head. "To become a cultivator, you have to start training from a very young age. You're already too late. I want to try anyway, even if there's just a sliver of a chance. I'm taking it." The boy thought for a moment, and pulled out a manual from inside his coat. "This is a cultivation technique. How far you get with it is up to you." The Alliance took one look. This was the most basic entry-level cultivation manual. Nobody would even bother picking it up off the ground. But young me and I treated it like gold. I accepted it carefully, and thanked him. Then we exchanged names. Once his wounds were good enough, he took off, and the Alliance started buzzing. No way Tiandi made it to the top. Just off this basic manual, right? Wang Tung shouted, "Impossible!" Tiandi must have had some crazy lucky encounter later on. That's what actually made him... Then right in front of everyone, I opened my QIC and half a stick of incense, and entered the Qi cultivation realm. The crowd inhaled sharply. The fastest anyone among them had entered Qi cultivation. Took 3 months? The full cultivation realm breakdown goes: Qi cultivation, foundation building, golden core, nascent soul, soul transformation, Dao integration, tribulation crossing, grand completion, true immortal, immortal lord, quasi-immortal emperor, great emperor. Most ordinary people never even open their QIC, let alone enter Qi cultivation. Yet young Tiandi did it easily with just a trash manual, trying to save face. Wang Tung spoke up again. That's just Tiandi's innate natural talent. But it also means Tiandi stepping onto the cultivation path was all thanks to Ye Xiao Yao. If he hadn't given him that manual, Tiandi might have just lived out a normal, ordinary life.